Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bergen Catholic Crusader Basketball, powered by SSP Video. BC Basketball is brought to you by Leaf-Free Home Improvements, Traphagen CPAs and Wealth Advisors, RSM Facility Solutions, Shake Shack, the Richardson family, the Guerra family, the Gallo family, the Traphagen family, the Caggiano family, and the Fallon family. Hello, everyone, and welcome inside Hale Gymnasium and CJ Donfield Court here at Bergen Catholic. I'm Dan Long, joined alongside by Brian Hyde and Jay Sticko. So glad that you could join us for another edition of Bergen Catholic Crusader Basketball here in the 2021-22 season. As for the 99th time in history, Bergen Catholic and St. Joseph Regional will lock horns here tonight in a Big North United Division League showdown, as St. Joe's 11-6 on the season have come calling to take on the 16th ranked team in New Jersey in the Bergen Catholic Crusaders, 13-6 on the season. These two sides met earlier on this season in Montvale way back about a month ago on January 6th. Bergen Catholic came away with a 75-63 victory on the road, and quite frankly, it wasn't even that close as Bergen Catholic went to their reserves early in the second half, while St. Joe's was trying to keep pace with their starters for the entire game. Bergen Catholic's going to be hoping that the good times keep on rolling after being humbled by national powerhouse Montverde Academy last week. Bergen Catholic has won 2 straight games, including a win against Riverdale in the Bergen County Jamboree round of 16, and then most recently an impressive victory on the road down at Red Bank Catholic, a game that might loom rather large for BC when it comes to PowerPoint scenarios, and if BC can hold on to one of the top 2 seeds and have home court advantage throughout the postseason. A win here tonight would do the charm and would most likely set BC in the driver's seat to garner one of those top 2 seeds with Don Bosco Prep in the upcoming postseason, while St. Joe's knows a win here tonight for the Green Knights could put them in a position to garner one of the top 8 seeds in the postseason and at least host one game in Montvale. Since 1997, Leaf-Free Home Improvements has earned a reputation as a leading gutter, siding, window, and roofing contractor in Bergen County. Owned and founded by BC basketball alum Noel Naughton, Leaf-Free Home Improvements dedicates themselves to exceeding the expectations of homeowners and commercial clients throughout Bergen and Rockland counties. For more info on a free quote, visit leaffree.com or call 201-730-6093. Traphagen CPAs and Wealth Advisors are longtime supporters of Bergen Catholic basketball and are celebrating 50-plus years serving our community by providing a full range of comprehensive accounting, tax, and wealth management services. For more information, visit tfgllc.com or call 201-262-1040. The student athletes of the Bergen Catholic basketball program wish equality for all in the celebration of Black History Month. And the BC basketball program would like to thank Shake Shack for their support of our Senior Day meal following tonight's game. Shake Shack is your ultimate destination when it comes to delicious burgers, sandwiches, hot dogs, and of course, their famous shakes. Stop by the Shake Shack on Route 17 South in Paramus or visit them online at shakeshack.com. And as made mentioned in that ad leading up to the start of tonight's game, tonight is senior night as Bergen Catholic will honor all the members of their senior class just prior to tip-off here tonight against St. Joe's, a senior class that has been a part of so much success over the last couple of years, including a state championship back in what was their freshman season, a sectional title a couple of seasons ago, and they're hoping to be able to defend their sectional title and get back to their state championship ways later on in March. So again, we'll go to midcourt as we'll have the ceremony honoring the Bergen Catholic seniors here on senior night before getting us ready for the opening tip between St. Joe's and Bergen Catholic here on SSP Video's YouTube channel. Again, BC's senior class is going to be honored here on senior night before we get to the course of play, and Bergen Catholic taking on St. Joe's for what will be the 99th time in school history.
Good evening and welcome to Christopher J. Donfield Court here at the Hale Gymnasium on the campus of Bergen Catholic High School for this evening's celebration of the basketball team's senior class of 2022. The 9 seniors who are playing tonight have been a part of Bergen Catholic High School's continuing excellence, both on the basketball court and off it. We salute your accomplishments and wish you the best in whatever career path you choose. Your determination, talent is continued tradition of excellence of the Bergen Catholic basketball team. We'd now like to introduce this year's seniors and their parents. Starting with number 25, Anthony Brown.
So the first senior coming out with his family, Anthony Brown, number 25. Anthony Brown has had a couple of big games earlier this season for BC. Game against DePaul Catholic was hitting in high gear when he came in. It was getting into double digits in scoring, wasting a little time off the bench for the 6'6" senior Anthony Brown, number 25.
Now introducing number 2, Julian Brown.
Now number 2, Julian Brown, one of the leaders of this BC basketball program, the 6-foot senior who's committed to play at the next level collegiately in the Northeast Conference at Powerhouse Wagner. Julian Brown is making his way up the career point totals as well. 857 career points for Julian. If he can continue his hot play of late, he might be in an area of becoming yet another member of the 1,000-point club here in Bergen Catholic basketball history. Number 2, Julian Brown, honored prior to senior night.
Now introducing for the Crusaders number 4, Elias Espinoza.
Now number 4, Elias Espinoza. Elias Espinoza, a 6'3" senior. He's been a sharpshooter for this side, one of the leaders as a three-point shooter this season for the red and gold. He has been thrust into the starting lineup at points this season, with Elliot Cadeau being a no-go through the majority of this year. And Espinoza is that outside shooter that has really helped Bergen Catholic produce offense when they've needed the most this season. So Espinoza getting a round of applause. Again, the 6'3" senior, Elias Espinoza.
Now introducing for the Crusaders number 0, Elijah Flanoy.
Elijah Flanoy, the 6'3" senior who plays guard, forward, plays about pretty much every position for Coach Billy Armstrong. We've seen him sometimes over the years also contend with the opposing setters. Elijah Flanoy does a little bit of everything. He's that Swiss Army knife for the Bergen Catholic Crusader basketball program, averaging just under 5 points a game this season. A dynamo on defense, and like I said, has shown off the scoring touch at points this season as well. A glue guy for this program and a very big part of this team's success going forward for the rest of this season.
For the Crusaders, number 13, Gianluca Fallon.
So Gianluca Fallon, number 13, the 6'1" senior guard, being honored here with his family prior to today's tip-off. One of the key reserves who's come into the game off the bench for Coach Armstrong, and one of those guys that, again, is a program builder and helps to be a difference maker in this team day in and day out, providing opportunities for his team to get better in practice and getting his opportunities on the floor this season. So Gianluca Fallon getting honored along with the rest of his senior class.
Now introducing for the Crusaders, number 14, Abe Pogue.
So now it's going to be number 14, Abe Pogue. Abe, another one of those players that is a staple of this program's DNA and identity. Hard worker in practice, has gotten his opportunities as well, appearing with his fellow classmates at points this season off the BC bench. Number 14, Abe Pogue.
Now introducing for the Crusaders, number 1, Will Richardson.
Number 1, Will Richardson, being honored here on senior night. Richardson, the 6'2 Dynamo, who is committed to play in the Atlantic 10 Conference next season at Fordham University. He is second all-time in scoring in Bergen Catholic basketball history, with 1,304 points to his name. Will has been a focal point of this BC offense since he was a freshman coming off the bench for Coach Armstrong in that team that went all the way to the Tournament of Champions final at Rutgers against the Randy School. Will, a 3-year starter, and again, he has a chance with a big finish to this season to possibly punch his ticket to becoming the all-time leading scorer here at BC. Number 1, Will Richardson. And Joe Scrivanich getting honored as the final senior, one of the final seniors here on senior night. Much like his fellow senior, Elijah Flanoy, Scrivanich has been an ultimate glue guy. He is a guy unselfish and selfless and plays hard-nosed defense, as we saw earlier this season, going toe-to-toe with some of the best talent in the area against Cardinal Hayes, and he provides a lift and energy off the BC bench.
Introducing for the Crusaders, number 24, Alex Woolrab.
And Alex Woolrab, number 24, one of the final seniors to be honored here prior to tonight's festivities, as he comes out with his family and poses with Billy Armstrong at center court. Again, this is a senior class that has had such an impact on this basketball program that Billy Armstrong has taken from just the ranks of one of the top teams in Bergen County to one of the top teams considered each year in the state of New Jersey, and a contender for potentially the final Tournament of Champions trophy this season here in the Garden State.
Throughout your education and your love of the Lord. Prior to this evening's contest, we'd like to make a presentation.
So 8 seniors honored here, and now a presentation to honor a milestone in Billy Armstrong's coaching career. So Billy Armstrong being honored with Athletic Director Brendan McGovern, Bergen Catholic Principal Tim McElhaney, and joined by his wife Lauren and daughters, as Billy Armstrong honored for picking up his 200th career coaching victory over the weekend in their win against Riverdale. Now Billy Armstrong, 201 wins with 73 defeats. An outstanding start to his coaching career. This is his 11th season at his alma mater, as he continues to rise up the all-time wins record list here in BC history. He learned from the legendary coach Chris Donfield, who for a long time was the all-time wins leader in Bergen County basketball history. And Billy making a name for his own, as now he quickly gets to 200 wins in just 274 all-time games coached here at his alma mater. 18 of the wins have come against St. Joe's. He's going to be hoping that it's going to be win number 19 meeting his side as well here tonight, as Bergen Catholic knows that a win again can continue to move them further and further into a locked-up spot as one of the top 2 seeds. This is a very important game when it comes to the North Non-Public A PowerPoint rankings. Coming into tonight's contest, Don Bosco Prep sits atop the group, 440 power points. Bergen Catholic behind them with 426. And then there's a logjam that's starting to form. Seton Hall Prep, Hudson Catholic, Dwight Englewood, St. Joe's, and Del Barton very close to one another. BC would love to be able to garner one of the top 2 seeds, assure themselves just a couple of potential home games here at Hale Gym before potentially punching their ticket to a sectional final, which would be held and hosted at a neutral site. BC trying to also continue their historic dominance here at home against St. Joe's, as Bergen Catholic is 31-12 lifetime in Oradell against their rivals from Montvale. 99th all-time meeting between the 2 schools. Bergen Catholic leading the all-time series 66-32. And as we mentioned, Bergen Catholic victorious in the first time earlier on this season, as they blew out the first half of play and just had an easy run of it in Montvale. But you'd have to expect it's going to be a fight here for St. Joe's, that they're going to put up that resistance. You always see the Green Knights under their legendary head coach, Mike Doherty, put up their best effort, certainly here in this rivalry against a team they deem to be their arch rivals in BC. The Gallo family would like to wish Peter Gallo and the Crusaders a great season. And you can help Bergen Catholic continue to build on past successes by preparing for the future with a donation to the Crusader Fund. Crusader Fund gifts are unrestricted and immediately available where they are most urgently needed. Join us in strengthening the Bergen Catholic Brotherhood for generations to come with an annual gift to Bergen Catholic's Crusader Fund. Donate now at bergencatholic.org. SSP Video specializes in getting your student athletes to stand out from the competition and get noticed by college coaches. For more information and to sign up, visit sspvideo.org and get noticed. And if you'd like to become a sponsor on these BC basketball broadcasts, please email Bergen Catholic Basketball at gmail.com. Bergen Catholic playing host here to St. Joe's, and then they will be hosting next week Don Bosco Prep in their regular season finale here at home. You'll be able to catch that game against Bosco with yours truly, Dan Long, calling all the action. Tomorrow, BC is in action at Kane University taking on the Patrick School. That is also a game that SSP Video will be broadcasting here on YouTube. Sadly, I will not be there to broadcast that game. I'll actually be back here at Hale Gym for the exciting semifinal between St. Joe's and Bergen Catholic. But again, BC basketball fans, you could watch all the action tomorrow here on YouTube on the SSP Video YouTube channel when BC takes on the Patrick School from Kane University. As again, just about to get started, a little later than usual because the pregame ceremony honoring the seniors here on Bergen Catholic Senior Night. As once again, we'll have the playing of the national anthem as well as the starting lineups brought to you by our public address announcer, Mr. Joe Hammerly, coming up here from Hale Gym at BC.
Now we ask all of our guests to rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps and join us in prayer, which will be fire, followed by the the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on this game between these two fine Catholic schools. Give our teams the courage to compete in a manner which, by their words and actions, is pleasing to you. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially officials, players, coaches, parents, and fans. Keep us under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us remain aware of his presence throughout this evening's game and throughout our lives. Amen. Saint Joseph, Blessed Edmund Rice, live Jesus in our hearts. And now for the playing of our national anthem. And now for this evening's starting lineups. First, for the Green Knights of St. Joseph's Regional, starting at guarding 6'1" junior, Monty Ned. At guard, a 5'9" junior, number 1, Chris Williams. At forward, a 6'4" junior, number 3, Justin Noel Zaire. At forward, a 6'5" junior, number 11, Donovan McCoy. And at forward, 6' freshman, number 23, Javier Joseph. The Green Knights are coached by head coach Michael Gardy. He's assisted by Mr. Jack Gilroy, Mr. Dan Davis, and Mr. Reggie St. Rose. And now for your Bergen Catholic Crusaders. Starting at guard, a 6'2" senior, number 1, Will Richardson. Boo. I would boo me too. Starting it forward. A 6'2" junior. Senior. They're all seniors. Number 11, Joe Strand. And starting at guard, a 6'2" senior, number 13, Gianluca Palin. Now starting at guard for the Crusaders, number 14, Abraham Cole. At guard, 6'1" senior, number 24, Alex Warren. And starting at senior for the Crusaders, number 25, Anthony Brown.
So those were the starting lineups for both teams. Monty Ned, number 0 for St. Joe's. Chris Williams, number 1. Justin Noel Zaire, number 3. Donovan McCoy, number 11. And Jameer Joseph, number 23. The normal starting lineup for the Green Knights for Bergen Catholic, as Billy Armstrong has been known to do on senior nights, starting all seniors. And all of these seniors are players who are not normally starters. Joe Scrivenich, number 11. Gianluca Fallon, number 13. Anthony Brown, number 25. Abe Pogue, number 14. And Alex Wolrob, number 24. It's always a classy move by Coach Armstrong to honor the senior members of his basketball team and getting the start here on senior night. St. Joe's wins the opening tip. They're going to be in their road green with a fluorescent yellow trim. Bergen Catholic in their home white with the red numerals outlined in gold. Second meeting of the season, BC looking go for the sweep. Shot from up top, no good. Scrivenich with a rebound underneath. Wolrab getting it up top to Pogue. Now over to Scrivenich. Give and go underneath Fallon. And he gets the backdoor layup to fall. Fallon with the 2 points. Bergen Catholic with a lead. And how about that? The usual starters just really being active on their sideline, cheering on their cohorts. Again, a special moment for these guys getting the start here on senior night against St. Joe's. And to have an electric bench cheering them on, just as they do for the normal starters. St. Joe's with the steal the other way, and the Green Knights will get on the board, courtesy of their freshman, Jameer Joseph. Turnover for BC leads the points the other way for the Green Knights. And now Fallon a little out of control will be called for the offensive foul. Nice job of defending underneath the hoop there by the freshman Joseph. And quickly, Billy Armstrong wasting little time to get to his normal starting lineup, as he'll bring on Julian Brown, Elias Espinosa, Will Richardson, Elijah Flanoy, and the outstanding Brandon Benjamin. The sophomore is growing by leaps and bounds this season. Fallon picked up the personal, his first, team's first. Now working around the perimeter. Driving on the far side is Ned. Noel Zaire over to the near side. Pull-up jumper from the near side is money in the bank for Donovan McCoy. McCoy knocks down the 3 ball. 5-2 lead now for St. Joe's, and a turnover by BC again. Going the other way, coast to coast this time, Justin Noel Zaire. And St. Joe's with a 7-0 spurt after Fallon's opening bucket. Green Knights on top by 5. Here's Richardson, pump fake, just inside the 3-point arc, no good. Tipped out, here comes St. Joe's running down the other way. They tip it a little too long, out of bounds as it goes off the hands of Joseph for a St. Joe's turnover. Green Knights trying to bring a little more pressure here. Again, BC had their way in the first meeting in Montvale back on January 6th. You know that's going to be in the back of the minds of the Green Knights and play harder here. Julian Brown, what a nice touch there on the fall-away jumper. Julian Brown is starting to regain his shooting touch this season after a very cold start to the season. Brown has exploded in the last couple of games, scoring 22 points on Sunday, had 17 on Saturday. And he makes his first shot here tonight, 7-4 lead. On the far side, that's going to be kicked away off the foot of Flanoy. So a couple more seniors getting into the game here for Coach Armstrong, including Espinosa, Flanoy, Richardson, and Brown. So 9 seniors, all 9 have played already in this game, and a nice spin move to the rim again by Justin Noel Zaire. Noel Zaire, now the junior, with 4 points. 9-4 lead for St. Joe's. Here's Richardson across the middle. Picked up his dribble, outlets it now to Julian Brown. Brown trying to go high-low, but that's intercepted underneath. It'll be last touch off of St. Joe's. Good interior defense, though, underneath by McCoy. Fronting in front of Benjamin. Again, BC playing without the services of Elliot Cadeau, the outstanding sophomore, who has not seen any regular season time due to a preseason injury that he sustained against Gill St. Bernard's. And Terry Copeland missing his 8th straight game as well. There's a turnover right out of the inbound. St. Joe's with the numbers the other way. McCoy with the left-hand finish. And it's all Green Knights to start off here. 11-4 lead for the visitors. McCoy with 5 of his team's 11 points. So a sloppy start to things here for BC on senior night. Down by 7. 4:30 left to go here in the first quarter of play. So glad you could join us here on YouTube. Flanoy from 17 out, no good. Rebounded underneath by Ned. Antique Ned making that play. Across the middle, McCoy with a touch pass. Here's a corner 3, and it's all Green Knights clicking on offense. Justin Noel Zaire with 7 points, knocking down the three-point shot. That's the second made 3 of the quarter. An inspired effort here on the road in the first quarter by St. Joe's. They lead by 10. Julian Brown sets and fires, no good. Tipped away, and BC being kept off the boards as well. What a move right to the rim, but just left it short was Chris Williams. Here comes Julian Brown the other way. Brown with a shake and bake. Kick out to Richardson. He sets and fires from 3, no good. Benjamin trying to camp out underneath, no good as well. Can't get to that rebound. Great positional rebounding right now underneath the hoop by Coach Mike Doherty's side. They're trying to look for their first win here at Bergen since 2016. As that's going to be a reach-in foul whistled against Julian Brown, his first, team second. 3:18 left to go here in the first quarter, and St. Joe's on top by 10, 14-4. They'll throw it into the backcourt to Chris Williams. Williams had a game-high 18 against the Crusaders in the first meeting. St. Joe's trying to flip the script completely here. Driving on the baseline. Scrivenich doing a good job of holding his position and drawing that turnover as Joseph stepped out of bounds. It'll be BC ball. So Will Richardson yet to get on the scoreboard. BC with only 2 made shots in the quarter. Richardson rectifies that situation, gets on the board with a nice take to the rim. Will Richardson's first 2 points of the game. He's the leading scorer this season for BC, averaging 18.6 per game. There's a 3 by McCoy, sets and fires and knocks it down. His second made 3 of the game. And Donovan McCoy already with 8 points for the Green Knights. There's Richardson again, skying high, but unlucky there with a little too much English on that release. That'll go out of bounds. They're going to say last touch off of Benjamin and BC. So St. Joe's now with the possession, enjoying their largest lead of the game at 11, 17-6. 2:20 and counting left to go in the first quarter. A very cold shooting start to this game for BC. They had a slow start against Red Bank Catholic on Sunday as well, rallied in the second half on their way to a 20-point win against the number 14 ranked Casey's team. Robinson, little loosey-goosey with that dribble, leads to the turnover the other way. High off the glass for the layup, it's Jameer Joseph. And St. Joe stretches their lead now to 13, 19-6. Under 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Julian Brown gets around the defense and lays it in for his second made basket of the quarter. 4 points for Brown. BC's got to clean things up on this end of the floor, allowing 19 points in the first quarter. BC allowing 58 points per game this season. There's Brown. Deflected off of the referee to keep it in play, no good. Benjamin tried to get the rebound, he lost control. Then the putback by McCoy, no good. Benjamin secures the board that time. BC looking to push it. Here's Julian Brown, caught in the air. Robinson around the perimeter. Scrivenich, here's the Brown and the baseline jumper off the 1 foot. Julian Brown with 6 points. Scrivenich extending the BC defense, 19-10. The Green Knights on top. St. Joe's has knocked down 3 from behind the arc. Looking to make it 4. Here's McCoy again. Knocks down the 3. Donovan McCoy, the junior, already in double figures. He's got 11. Brown give and go to Benjamin. Here's Richardson in the corner for 3. Tips off the top of the backboard, no good. Tipped away. Here comes St. Joe's running down the other way, and Julian Brown is going to be forced to foul in the open floor, and Brown will pick up his second personal foul. So things going from bad to worse for BC as Brown has been leading the offensive charge with 6 points in the first quarter for the Crusaders. Now picks up his second personal foul, as BC was just not stopping the ball at all, as Noel Zaire was going right down Broadway. Flanoy trying to force the steal from behind. St. Joe's with the possession, up by 12, 22-10. It's their largest lead of the quarter. Elias Espinosa stretching the defense out. Flanoy hedges it, steals it, gets it back to Flanoy, who lays it in. Defense leads the offense for the senior Elijah Flanoy. St. Joe's will get the shot off, but well wide of the mark, and that will end the first quarter of play. But a first quarter dominated by Donovan McCoy and St. Joe's, as the Green Knights have come into Oradell and put up 22 points in the first quarter while holding Bergen Catholic to only 12. St. Joe's leading by 10 after 1 quarter of play. Again, what about that hot start to this game for the Green Knights? Donovan McCoy, a game-high 11 points, and has knocked down 3 threes in this contest already. Justin Noel Zaire has also chipped in 7 points for St. Joe's. Well, Bergen Catholic is led by Julian Brown, 6 points, but again, the Wagner-bound senior is going to be seeing a lot of the pine here in the second quarter, as Brown picked up his second personal foul in the waning moments of the first quarter. Will Richardson only with 2 points. BC trying to get their act together here. In that first meeting, they had big performances. Terry Copeland had 12, Will Richardson 13. But BC undermanned a bit here today. Doesn't look like they have David Monroe, their freshman big man, at their disposal, as he is not on the BC bench and certainly not in attendance in this game. So Bergen Catholic's gonna have to find an advantage. They had the size advantage in the first meeting with Copeland and Benjamin and Monroe, but now much more of a small ball lineup for both sides. Scrivenich handing it off now to Espinosa. Now to Will Richardson. Richardson, double team comes to him. Leaner inside, the floater doesn't go. Richardson trying to foul his own miss, but he couldn't get the rebound. Here comes St. Joe's in the open floor. Williams watched by Richardson. St. Joe's did not commit a foul in the first 8 minutes. Hard contested shot across the lane. Tipped out. Robinson secures the board. And the sophomore is hounded, and there's the first foul of the game. Charge against St. Joe's. So Montique Ned picking up the personal foul. His first, team's first. Bergen Catholic committing 3 team fouls of their own in the first quarter. Jalen Robinson pressured into a turnover. That's the second turnover for the sophomore since coming into the game. Robinson had 4 points on Sunday against Red Bank Catholic. Again, this is a very important game. BC trying to find their way into the number 2 seed in the playoffs. A win here with power points would pretty much seal things up for BC with one of those top 2 seeds in the bracket. 3-pointer no good. Scrivenich with the rebound will hand it off to the fellow senior, Will Richardson, here on senior night. A very slow start for BC offensively here tonight. Robinson, extra pass, Espinosa, corner 3, rattled in and out. Flanoy with a rebound, put back attempt no good. But he'll draw the foul, and Elijah Flanoy will head to the foul line with 6:52 remaining here in the first half of play. McCoy picks up the foul, his first team second. And Flanoy will rattle it in. Elijah Flanoy now with 3 points in the game. Had 4 points in the first meeting back on January 6th. Had 8 points against Riverdale on Saturday in the Jamboree round of 16 game. BC, the number 2 seed in that tournament, advancing to the quarterfinals where they'll meet up with Dwight Englewood this weekend. Dwight Englewood was a team that defeated St. Joe's earlier this season. And a team also vying for one of the top spots in the upcoming North Non-Public A playoffs. That's going to be a reach-in foul against BC, as Austin Spencer, the freshman, will pick up the foul. First team foul, a first personal foul for Spencer. Fourth team foul against the Crusaders. Austin Spencer had 8 points against the Green Knights off the bench back in early January. Inbound, well, Zaire clearing out some space, trying to get Scrivenich away from him, but he turns it over. Richardson in the open floor. Flanoy using the left hand. Elijah Flanoy now with a game-high 6 points for BC as Julian Brown, the other man, was 6, waiting to check in. Crusaders clawing their way back in this one, down by 6. McCoy passes it up. Well, Zaire takes his chances from 3, and those 3-point shots that were falling in the first quarter not falling here in the second for the Green Knights. Richardson working up top, hesitate dribble, left hand, and one! Will Richardson lulled this defender to sleep as Chris Williams didn't expect that stutter step. As Richardson gets to the bucket, the hoop in the harm, and a chance at a traditional 3-point play for the future Fordham Ram. 22-18 now the lead for St. Joe's. They've led by as many as 12 points in this game. BC going on a run here in the opening stages of the second quarter. As they were just sorting out what the personal foul was. As officially it was against Chris Williams. Williams picking up the personal foul, his first, team's third. So now Will Richardson setting himself up at the foul line, and he'll switch it home for the 3-point play. Richardson with 5 points in the game, 3 of which here in the second quarter. And BC back to within 3, 22-19. They trail 22-12 after 1. They've gone on a 7-0 run to begin this second quarter. Julian Brown back into the game, playing with 2 fouls. Ball stripped away. BC forces another turnover. Oh, the spin move there by Richardson. Stripped on his way through cleanly. Here's Flanoy on the baseline, going hard to the rim, and he'll draw the contact. And Elijah Flanoy once again has provided a spark for this BC offense. The senior here on senior night, who averages less than 5 points a game, aggressively getting to the rim, getting to the foul line, and he'll try to increase his point total. He's got 6. Timeout on the floor with 5:28 left to go in the second quarter. St. Joe's on top of BC by a score of 22-19. Since 1997, Leap Free Home Improvements has earned a reputation as a leading gutter, siding, window, and roofing contractor in Bergen County. Owned and founded by BC basketball alum Noel Naughton, Leap Free Home Improvements dedicates themselves to exceeding the expectations of homeowners and commercial clients throughout Bergen and Rockland counties. For more information or for a free quote, visit Leaf Free, that's LEAFFREE.com, or call 201-730-6093. Traphagen CPAs and Wealth Advisors are longtime supporters of Bergen Catholic basketball and are celebrating 50-plus years serving our community by providing a full range of comprehensive accounting, tax, and wealth management services. For more info, please visit TFGLLC.com. or call 201-262-1040. And the student athletes of the Bergen Catholic basketball program wish equality for all here in the celebration of Black History Month. Dan Long, Brian Hyde, glad that you could join us here on SSP Video. Another home game broadcast here on YouTube. Illinois is short on that first foul shot opportunity out of the timeout. He's 2 for 3 at the line here tonight. BC 3-1 at home so far this season. Have won 3 in a row here in Ordo after dropping their home opener against Roselle Catholic. Illinois goes 1 of 2 at the line. He's now 3 of 4 from the charity stripe here tonight. He's got a game-high 7 to lead BC. Crusaders back to within 2, 22-20. St. Joe's looking for their first points of the second quarter. Nearly another steal produced by BC. A running float shot left short by Williams, and BC putting on the defensive clamps right now. Crusaders outscoring St. Joe's 10-0 in the second quarter, but a legal screen against the Crusaders will be a turnover. They'll give the ball back to St. Joe's. Benjamin will pick up his second personal foul, so he and Julian Brown have accounted for 4 of Bergen Catholic's 5 fouls in this first half. Again, BC playing without Terry Copeland, David Monroe, and now Brandon Benjamin, who's their starting center. He's picking up his second foul of the first half. There's Williams, sets and fire from deep, no good. Open rebound underneath, and the easiest of putbacks there by Jameer Joseph. Nobody boxed him out. He was open underneath for the easy putback. Joseph was 6 in the half. And Will Richardson with a little bully ball underneath. The senior asserting himself underneath. Richardson, after a quiet start to this game, now with 7. 24-22. Cross-court pass. Williams, little too much mustard on that pass. As that goes out of bounds, another turnover forced by BC. As once again, Billy Armstrong liberally going to his substitution to try to get as many players in and fresh legs as possible in this first half. BC with the chance to tie or take the lead here in this possession. Brown. Up and under, reverse layup is good. Julian Brown now with 8 points in the game. So it's been Flanoy, Richardson, and Brown, the three-headed monster for the seniors here on senior night. BC tying it up 24-24. Brown went for the gamble play there, and that eventually led to the trail foul from behind against BC. And that's one of the rare times you will see a player nowadays actually agree with the referee's call. Will Richardson, he knew that he got his hand caught in the cookie jar going for the steal and nodded approval of the referee's call. And now that will lead for the inbounds. BC picking up their 16th foul, so it's foul shots the rest of the way for SJR. 3:50 and counting left to go in the second quarter. All tied up at 24 all. St. Joe's led by as many as 12 points in this game, 22-10 at one point. Robinson defending. McCoy calling for the clear out. McCoy had all of his 11 points in the first quarter. He's scoreless so far here in the second. McCoy going high off the glass, no good. Ball is loose. Flanoy tips it out to himself in the corner. And a timeout called for by Billy Armstrong, sensing that a trap was ensuing. And he bails out his player on the floor and saves possession for the red and gold with 3:25 left to go here in the first half of play. So St. Joe's had everything go their way in the first quarter. Bergen Catholic playing much more settled BC basketball here in the second. Starting to aggressively take it to the rim, not settling for the outside jumper, and defensively really making things difficult for the Green Knights, shutting off the three-point attempts that were falling at a high rate for St. Joe's in that first quarter. St. Joe's hit all of their 4 made threes in the first quarter. They have yet to knock down a triple here in the second quarter. And again, St. Joe's is being outscored in this quarter 12-2. That has allowed BC to tie this game up and now put themselves in position here with possession to take the lead. for the first time since they led 2-0. Scrivenich will trigger the inbounds to Richardson. Double team coming to him. And Richardson nearly coughing it up. Now he does. Joseph the other way, and it's going to be a blocking foul and one. Billy Armstrong is furious at that call. He thought that his big man had gotten back in time to set himself and draw the offensive foul. Instead, it's going to be an and one. And St. Joe's getting a big bucket there from their freshman, Jameer Joseph. Scrivenich picking up his first personal foul. That's the 7th team foul against BC. And there's the three-point play by St. Joe's. So Joseph now with 9 points in the game for the Green Knights. Illinois right across the middle, but again, betrayed at the very end. Here comes Joseph down the other way. Reverse layup for the freshman, no good. Tipped out in space, McCoy off balance shot. And now it's going to be a whistle. As are they going to say that's out of bounds or a foul? It looks like it's simply out of bounds. Last touch off of St. Joe's. So a little helter-skelter in the last couple of moments going end to end. Looked like Richardson and BC caught by surprise out of that timeout, as he was double-teamed into a turnover when it was 24 all that eventually led to the three-point play by Jameer Joseph. Here's Julian Brown. Inside, and he picks up his pivot foot and gets called for the travel by the far side, and Brown not a happy camper as well with that call. BC has to regain their composure. 27-24, the Green Knights on top. They've led for the majority of this game. Only once has Bergen Catholic led, and that was 2-0. There's Jalen Robinson with the interception and the finger roll to the hoop. Jalen Robinson, the 6'3 sophomore, has seen a lot of playing time this season due to the BC injuries. He's looking like another member of this promising sophomore class. Look at that hounding defense by Julian Brown, making life difficult for Montique Ned. Joseph, step back, elbow jumper, silky smooth. Jameer Joseph playing like a senior here tonight rather than a freshman. He's got 11 in the first half. Sets and fires, Richardson no good. BC yet to hit from three. Here's Joseph again. Stopping, popping, there's McCoy, no good. Scrivenich with the rebound. Outlet now to Robinson. Robinson spins by the defender. And it's going to be an offensive foul whistled against BC. Robinson just a little out of control. St. Joe's did a great job of anticipating that drive to the rim. And we're set for the offensive foul. Right now it's being put on the board that it's Elijah Flanoy. So Flanoy picking up the foul there rather than Robinson. 8th team foul for BC. 90 seconds remaining in the first half. And now offensive foul whistled against the Green Knights. So both teams trading charges here in the last two possessions. BC will get the ball back. As Ned is going to be called for the offensive foul, his second, team's 5th for St. Joe's. So Bergen Catholic trying to get back to their offensive ways here in the second quarter. They've run dry in the last couple of possessions. Richardson bodying up, wide open underneath was Flanoy. Unselfish find there from Richardson, finding his fellow senior. And Elijah Flanoy with 9 points here in the first half. He had 4 points in the first meeting against St. Joe's. Williams, nice job of getting through the BC defense. McCoy missed the bunny, fouls it up and left it short again, but drew a foul in the act of shooting. So Donovan McCoy will head to the foul line, trying to get his first points of the second quarter, as St. Joe's leading by 1, 29-28, with 55.1 seconds left to go here in the first half. McCoy short on the first foul shot attempt. McCoy couldn't miss in the first quarter, fans. He had 11 points, including 3 threes. McCoy still scoreless here in the second quarter. Goes 0 of 2 at the foul line. Now BC with a chance to retake the lead just before halftime. Brown from 15. He got contacted. We play on. Richardson stripped in the paint. That's about the third time that Will Richardson was forced into a turnover. BC ball handling not up to par so far in the first half here against a defensive-minded St. Joe side. Williams, double team coming to him. Ball goes over now to McCoy. Espinosa trying to poke it free. Nearly stolen away by Richardson. Flanoy gets a deflection. It stays in play, and then a hustle play leads into a foul as Flanoy will administer the foul. That's going to be the 19th foul, and will send St. Joe's to the line shooting 1-1. So Flanoy picking up the foul, his second. Correction, team's 10th, so it's going to be 2 shots here for Chris Williams. Williams rolls in that first made foul shot. That's his first point of the game for the junior, who again scored a game-high 18 for St. Joe's back on January 6th. St. Joe's extends their lead to 30-28. Williams goes perfect at the line there, 2 for 2. Green Knights back up by 3, 31-28. 13 seconds and counting left to go in the first half. Skrivenich down low to Richardson. Backing down his defender, turns around and draws the contact again, as Will Richardson doing more post-up action here tonight than I've seen him in quite some time, going against the shorter defender. Williams picks up the second foul, and Richardson will head to the foul line, shooting 2. Richardson swishes home the first foul shot. It's 2 for 2 at the line here in this game. Richardson now with 8 points in the first half. St. Joe's has led by as many as 12 in this first half of play. BC has led only on one occasion when it was 2-0. Richardson knocks down a pair. 3 for 3 at the line here tonight. He's got 9 points for BC. 3.5 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 31-30, the St. Joe's advantage. BC putting on the full court pressure. McCoy's shot deflected. Brown will get off the shot. Would have counted, but it was too hard off the backboard. So all things considered, BC had a nightmarish first quarter of play. They trailed after one, 22-12, but they flipped the script in that second quarter as they took control on defense, produced on offense, and now trail by only 1 heading into halftime. So at halftime, it's St. Joe's Regional 31, Bergen Catholic 30. Stick around as we'll be back for the start of the second half of play as you're watching Bergen Catholic Crusader basketball powered by SSP Video.
On the head, 0 points, 2 fouls.
So welcome back, everybody, inside Hale Gymnasium and at Chris Donfield Court, where we're moments away for the resumption of play in the start of the second half. St. Joe's on top of Bergen Catholic by a score of 31-30. If you're just joining us, it's Bergen Catholic senior night. Billy Armstrong, as he's been known to do, puts on an entire senior lineup onto the floor, primarily of players who have not started in their careers. He did that tonight. Bergen Catholic got off to a 2-0 lead, but then St. Joe's went on a run. Billy Armstrong quickly went back to subbing on his normal starting lineup, but that didn't pay immediate dividends. BC looked sluggish, lethargic, and really just had no offensive flow whatsoever in the first quarter. St. Joe's jumped out to as big as a 12-point lead in that first quarter. At one point, it was 22-10. It ended the first quarter 22-12. So it was a 10-point lead after the first 8 minutes of play for St. Joe's. Donovan McCoy couldn't miss. He knocked down 3 triples in that first quarter for the Green Knights, but then BC got back to their Crusader brand of basketball in the second quarter. They really came out of the gates blazing, scored the first 10 points of the quarter between the two teams, shut down St. Joe's, and then pull themselves even at 24 all. St. Joe's would bring back the lead. Bergen Catholic would get close. BC's going to have to clean things up offensively with their handle. They had a lot of mental miscues with turnovers that could be avoided. Credit the great defense that is always a hallmark of the St. Joe's program under head coach Mike Doherty in his 33rd season at his alma mater. So St. Joe's holds on to a 1-point lead heading into the start of the second half. Look at the stats from the first half of play. Donovan McCoy and Jameer Joseph each with 11 points apiece to lead the charge on offense for St. Joe's. Justin Noel Zaire also added 7 points in that first half for the Green Knights. And for BC, it's been scoring by committee here on senior night. 3 seniors, Elijah Flournoy and Will Richardson, with both 9 points apiece. Julian Brown also producing 8 points in that first half. Jalen Robinson and Gianluca Fallon also with 2 made baskets. The BC basketball program would like to thank Shake Shack for their support of this senior night meal following tonight's game. Shake Shack is your ultimate destination when it comes to delicious burgers, sandwiches, hot dogs, and of course their famous shakes. Stop by the Shake Shack on Route 17 South in Paramus, or visit them online at shakeshack.com. They might be famous for their shack as well, but you can't eat that. You can just enjoy the shakes. Help Bergen Catholic continue to build on past successes by preparing for the future with a donation to the Crusader Fund. Crusader Fund gifts are unrestricted and immediately available where they are most urgently needed. Join us in strengthening the Bergen Catholic Brotherhood for generations to come with an annual gift to the Bergen Catholic Crusader Fund. Donate now at bergencatholic.org. SSP Video specializes in getting your student athlete to stand out from the competition and get noticed by college coaches. For more information and to sign up, visit sspvideo.org and get noticed. Yes, we'd like to thank the guys at SSP Video for helping to stream these home broadcasts this season. Guys will hit the road tomorrow night as well to bring you all the action of Bergen Catholic's game at Kane University against the Patrick School. I'll be staying here and broadcasting the state wrestling semifinal between St. Joe's and Bergen Catholic on NJ.com. Tomorrow night here inside Hale Gymnasium, so it's the same schools, just different sports. When it's starting to matter the most, playoff time in this wrestling. And for basketball, we're coming to the conclusion of a regular season. Again, a lot of the line here. Bergen Catholic has any hopes of locking up one of the top 2 seeds and home court advantage in the playoffs, as well as keeping in line to potentially win at least a share of the Big North United Division Championship. They got to take care of business here at home. And taking a look at the Big North United standings, Don Bosco Prep perfect 5-0 in league play. BC behind them 4-1. St. Joe's 2-2. Paul Catholic 1-4 and Paramus Catholic 0-5 in league play. BC has won 5 straight games here at home against St. Joe's. The Green Knights trying to stop that skid and win for the first time here in Ornell since 2016. St. Joe's will start with possession to begin the second half. They'll be inbounding just underneath us. They're in their road green, Bergen Catholic defending in their home white. Haven't seen a lot of Brandon Benjamin so far in this game. He's defending on the ball. He picks up 2 fouls in that first quarter. He is the only big man at service here for Billy Armstrong tonight. McCoy fell down as he got off the pass. Brown defending. A three-point shot, no good by McCoy. He's run cold after a quick start. Hustle play, but Richardson steals it right back after Chris Williams nearly had the thievery. Now here's Julian Brown and BC on offense for the first time in the second half. 40 seconds gone by in the third quarter. Down low to Benjamin. Use that size and length at his advantage off the assist from Espinosa. Brandon Benjamin, the 6'7" sophomore, with his first 2 points of the game. He's averaging 9 points per game this year for BC. He has really grown in leaps and bounds this year for Coach Armstrong. Three-point shot, no good by Joseph. Again, St. Joe's had the three-point shot in their arsenal in the first quarter. Not so since. There's the clear size advantage, and BC going down to their big man again, who gets wrapped up from behind with a foul. Justin Noel Zaire picking up the personal foul. That'll be the first team foul against St. Joe's to begin this second half. Off the screen, it's now inbounded to Richardson. Richardson again bullying his way to the cup and getting the roll off the rim and in. Richardson went right into the chest of his defender. Bullied his way to the hoop, and now Richardson with double digits, 11 in the game. Benjamin matched up with Joseph. Now top of the key. Here's Williams. Williams watched by Espinosa. Into the corner. Joseph with the teardrop, and he gets it to go. Looks up at the referee asking where was more. He's got 13, game high 13. And Benjamin with the one-hand tip in and the foul. So now BC with a concerted effort here to get their big man involved in this game. He's got the clear height advantage, and he just used that long wingspan at his disposal. He tipped in the missed shot, and with that quick tip in one fell swoop, got it in and drew the foul as well. So BC now with their largest lead of the game at 3, 36-33. Just about 90 seconds gone by here in the start of the third quarter. So Brandon Benjamin with a quick 4 points for the Crusaders. Will Richardson leading BC scores with 11 in the game, and Jameer Joseph has been impressive. The freshman who had 12 points in the first meeting back on January 6th. He's got 13 already here in the early stages of the third quarter. Green Knights are playing their best basketball of the season, fans. Coming into this one, they've won 8 out of their last 10 games. They had a season-high 6-game win streak snapped recently on February 3rd in a 63-57 loss to Saddle River Day. They defeated Hackensack over the weekend in the round of 16 and will advance to now take on Ridgewood, a team that defeated them earlier this season in the Bergen Jamboree quarterfinals over the weekend. St. Joe's on the opposite side of the bracket from the Crusaders in the Jambo. They'd only meet if they met in the finals. Those two sides met in the 2020 final, won by the Green Knights. So Benjamin rattles in the foul shot, completes the three-point play. He's got 5, all of which have come here in the third quarter. BC up by 4, 37-33. Across the middle, great denial there by Flanoy. Last touch off of Elijah after he did not fall for the head and shoulder fake with the offensive player coming right down the pike against him. For the inbound into the corner, contested 3, no good. Tipped away, and Benjamin with the rebound. Outlet to Espinosa, unselfishly to Brown. BC rolling in the open floor. 6-point lead for the Crusaders, 39-33. And again, Espinosa had an opportunity to maybe go for a layup of his own. Found a better shot opportunity for a teammate. That's that unselfishness from Elias Espinosa, honored before the game along with his other seniors. McCoy, clean block by Brown. So McCoy listed as 6'5", Brown is 6 foot. Brown got the ups there. Espinosa, corner three, bang! Another timeout called by Coach Mike Doherty, as Elias Espinosa will knock down the first Bergen Catholic three-point shot of the night. And everything coming up red and gold now, 42-33. The Crusaders on top here in the third quarter of play. BC outscored St. Joe's 18-9 in the second quarter to pull back to within one heading into halftime, and have now picked up the pace as well here in the second half, outscoring the Green Knights 12-2 to begin this third quarter of action. Again, this is the 99th all-time meeting between these two Bergen County schools. BC owning the all-time series 66-32. St. Joe's the reigning Bergen County champions. Bergen Catholic the reigning North Non-Public A sectional champs. Will we see additional matchups in the future between these two sides, as they could meet, as I mentioned, in Bergen Jamboree, as well as potentially in the North Non-Public A playoffs? St. Joe's coming into this action tonight, 6th in the power points. Bergen Catholic 2. So after the timeout, Coach Doherty feeling a little danger zone coming here for his side. Trying to quickly get down the other way, and a good job of going right at the shot blocker. Jaden Wimberly off the bench and paying dividends. Benjamin left that one short. Flanoy fouls the miss inside, left-hand layup. He draws the foul inside, and Elijah Flanoy, who's had that ability all tonight to draw the contact and earn his stripes at the line, will now have an opportunity once again to do damage at the foul line. Third team foul against the Green Knights here in the third quarter. Flanoy swishes home the foul shot. Elijah Flanoy now 4 of 5 from the foul line here in the game. He's got 10 points. Flanoy again tickles the twine. 11 points for Elijah. And he'll get a much-needed breather there for Coach Armstrong. Scrivenich will come back into the game for BC. Lead back to 9, 44-35. Wimberly, give and go to McCoy. McCoy across the middle. Nice press break there by St. Joe's. Leads to the layup by Montique Ned. Ned's first 2 points of the game. 7-point lead for the Crusaders, 44-37. Brown with the dribble. Here's Espinosa for 3. No good. Benjamin with a rebound inside. They're going to wave off the bucket. Are they going to call a foul over the back or a foul on the floor? It's a foul on the floor against St. Joe's. St. Joe's coaching staff is incredulous, but honestly, Brandon Benjamin went straight up. He's 6'7", has a long reach. Nobody blocked him out. Coach Doherty is pleading for a technical, as he is a fiery competitor, and there's a makeup call if I've ever seen one, as that's going to be an offensive foul whistled underneath against Scrivenich. So after all the hooting and hollering, St. Joe's gets the possession back, and now one of the referees talking over to Mike Doherty, who seems a little happier after his team just got that offensive foul against BC. Coming up on the midway point of the third quarter. Hey, it's a rivalry game. You know things are going to be heated on the sideline and on the floor, and the putback is good by St. Joe's. Jameer Joseph, 15 points for the freshman. Benjamin getting it around the horn. Here comes Brown. Brown right down the lane, but missed the left-hand layup. Benjamin hustles his way to the rebound. Richardson from straight away, no good. And BC's troubles from 3 points still continue. No look pass underneath. Joseph rejected by Benjamin. Espinosa saves it under his own rim. No good. BC avoids the damage. Benjamin triggers the break. Here's Richardson. No look to Benjamin. Right down the middle. Contact, and now a late whistle called. Brandon Benjamin was undercut on his way to the rim. I don't know why they didn't call the foul originally when it happened. It was bang, bang, but because that disrupted the play, that definitely was a call that needed to be made and eventually was by the near side official. And Benjamin barely graces the front of the rim and misses on the foul shot. So again, the visitors are certainly feeling like they're getting jobs right now. St. Joe's 5-team fouls, Bergen Catholic with only 1 so far here in the third quarter. Benjamin short on both foul shots, but Jalen Robinson deflected it over to Julian Brown, and Brown gets the layup. Hustle play there by Jalen Robinson. Those little things coming into the game tipped the missed foul shot right into Julian Brown's hand, and the Wagner-bound senior with the layup. Nice move inside by Monteek Ned. Ned with all 4 of his points here in the third quarter. Turnover forced by St. Joe's, and Ned with a quick 5-0 run of his own. 3-point shot, and St. Joe's has gone on a run here. They've trailed by as many as 9 in this quarter. They're back to within 2. Brown across the lane, gets fouled, and 1. The players wearing the emotion on their sleeves on both ends of the floor. And Brown looks to respond, gets the layup, and now looking to complete the 3-point play. And St. Joe's already has picked up 6 fouls in this third quarter alone. It's going to be a lot of foul shots the rest of the way, potentially for BC, as Brown rattles in the made foul shot. 15 points in the game for Julian Brown. BC stretches their lead back to 5, 49-44. Monteek Ned has become an offensive catalyst for St. Joe's here in the third. Number 0 with all 7 of his points, many of which have come in the last couple of possessions. Williams behind the back. Watched by Brandon Benjamin, and the 6'7" sophomore swats it easily out of bounds. Williams will be the inbounder. Jameer Joseph has been the leading scorer for St. Joe's here tonight. Noel Zaire weaving through the defense, missing on the shot. Boxed out by Flanoy, rebound into the hands of Richardson. Richardson with only 2 points here in the third quarter. Julian Brown started to take over. Reverse layup is good. Julian Brown just having his way right now with the SJR defense. Brown with a game-high 17. He's just going simply to the rim for reverse layup after reverse layup. Julian Brown's hot play continuing, and now an offensive foul. Could be whistled against St. Joe's. Referee originally was calling for, looked like an offensive foul, but I think that's the right call. I don't think that's an offensive foul. That was a clear foul against Julian Brown. He ran into the man trying to set the pick. That's where Noel Zaire was looking at the referee befuddled, as if, why was the original call looking like it was going to be an offensive foul? Julian Brown plays with emotion, that time a little too much emotion. Jalen Robinson the other way, left the layup short, cleaned up on the glass by Julian Brown. Makes amends after committing the foul. Now Julian Brown with 19 points and a big smile on the face of number 2. Brandon Benjamin with another rejection. BC growing their lead to 9. Richardson the other way in transition. Missed the layup, fight for the loose ball. Benjamin from his backside, Flanoy flying in, and he got tugged down to the hardwood as well, as things are starting to get testy between both teams in this, the second meeting of these longtime rivals. Brandon Benjamin tried a horse shot there, shooting it from his bottom on the court, and nearly made it. So the foul is going against Justin Noel Zaire. He has picked up his 4th personal foul, And St. Joe's now with their 7th foul of the third quarter. Foul shots the rest of the way now for Bergen Catholic. As the referees are trying to sort things out, Illinois should be the shooter. He was tugged down as he was trying to garner that possession and go up with it. It will be a 2-shot shooting foul against St. Joe's. So St. Joe's is always known, basketball-wise, for their hard-nosed, defensive-oriented style. Sometimes that gets them in trouble, though, if they garner up the fouls, like is the case right now here in the third quarter. So for Illinois, now going to the line for 2. Now they change it, saying it was a 1-and-1. So for Illinois, missing the front end of the 1-and-1. Only his second miss at the line here tonight. 1 minute left to go here in the third quarter. Across the middle, Ned. Nice touch there by Montique Ned. Ned is doing everything possible to keep St. Joe's in this game. He's got 9 points, all of which have come here in the third quarter. 53-46, the Crusader lead. Illinois. Now to Brown. Brown posting up his defender, turns around, and the shot gets in! Julian Brown, a man possessed here in the third quarter. He's got 21 in the game for BC. Here's Richardson with the steal the other way. Showtime! Oh, but he misses the jam! St. Joe's looking to convert the other way. Benjamin can't deny Joseph, and that's a 4-point swing. Little too much razzle-dazzle by Richardson, and he makes amends immediately, getting on the baseline to lay it in. St. Joe's looking to push it. Half-court heave to beat the buzzer. Offline. And BC will lead 57-48 after the third quarter of play. Will Richardson was trying to bring all the red-clad patrons to their feet here. He missed the flush and went the other way for St. Joe's, but quickly Will was able to make amends with a layup the other way to give BC a 9-point lead heading into the fourth quarter of action here at home. BC's scoring 27 points in that third quarter, outscoring St. Joe's 27-17 after trailing by 1 at halftime. Since 1997, Leaf Free Home Improvements has earned a reputation as a leading gutter, siding, window, and roofing contractor in Bergen County. Owned and founded by BC basketball alum Noel Naughton, Leaf Free Home Improvements dedicates themselves to exceeding the expectations of homeowners and commercial clients throughout Bergen and Rockland counties. For more info or a free quote, visit leaffree.com or call 201-730-6093. Traphagen CPAs and Wealth Advisors are longtime supporters of Bergen Catholic basketball and are celebrating 50-plus years serving our community by providing a full range of comprehensive accounting, tax, and wealth management services. For more info, please visit tfgllc.com or call 201-262-1040. The student athletes of the BC basketball program wish equality for all here in the celebration of Black History Month. Dan Long, Brian Hyde, so glad that you could join us here for BC Basketball and SSP Video. We've been enjoying a good one. BC on top of St. Joe's by a score of 57-48. Julian Brown, the man with the ball, leading scorer in this game with 21. Brendan Benjamin had a clean shot inside, but never turned and set himself. Richardson, give and go to Illinois, passes off the mark, and there's going to be a tug on the shoulder and a foul against Illinois, which will give possession over to St. Joe's. Illinois picking up his third personal, team's third. St. Joe's already with 17 fouls against them. Foul shots the rest of the way for BC. How can St. Joe's get back in this one? Williams across the lane. Nice job there. Good start to this fourth quarter for St. Joe's and Chris Williams. Williams now with 4 points in the game. 57-50, the BC lead. Brown over to Richardson. Illinois was trying to load up down low, and Richardson throws it away. Will Richardson has coughed it up several times here tonight on senior night. He says, my bad, as Illinois was trying to post up the smaller Wimberley. Last Green Knights win here at Hale Gym came on January 12, 2016, a 73-63 win that night for Coach Doherty. BC trying to make it 6 straight wins here at home against the Green Knights. What would be their 67th win all time? And there's Chris Williams for 3. And just like that, BC's lead trimmed down to 4. St. Joe's not going away here. And it's an offensive foul now against Illinois. And for the BC senior, that's going to be his 4th personal foul in the process. So Elijah Illinois, who has 11 points in the game, has to be careful here. So they're going to call Julian Brown for the offensive foul correction. Brown picks up the foul. His 3rd, team's 4th. Dan Brennan now with it, number 14. Come into the game off of the St. Joe's bench. Kick out, Ned for 3. He gets fouled in the act of shooting. And against Julian Brown, that's going to be his 4th personal. Fouls now starting to pile up against the Crusaders as Montique Ned drew the contact in the act of shooting a 3. Julian Brown now with 4 personal fouls, still with 6:15 left to go here in regulation. As Ned will knock down the foul shot. Montique Ned, the junior, now with 10 points in the game. Scored 9 of his 10 in the 3rd quarter after being scoreless through the first half of play. Ned swishes home another foul shot. Lead is down to 2. BC is led by as many as 9 in this game. St. Joe's led by as many as 12 back in the first quarter of play. Ned goes 2 of 3 at the line. Rebound taken down by Illinois. 57-55, St. Joe's on a 7-0 run. Richardson, step back 3, got it! 16 points on the night for Will Richardson. 2nd leading scorer in BC basketball history. And his first made 3 of the evening. Only the 2nd made 3 of the game for BC. 60-55, their lead now over St. Joe's. Noel Zaire had Benjamin in the air. Looks into the corner, Ned open for 3, no good. Tip at the rim, it's going to be last touch off of Bergen Catholic. St. Joe's has knocked down 6 3-pointers in this game. And Benjamin with the easy steal. Like picking an apple out of the tree, just reached up there with his palm and easily secured the loose ball. Can BC make them pay on this end? Skrivanic finding Espinosa underneath. Espinosa raked over the arm as he was going up for the shot. And it's going to be 2 shots here for Elias Espinosa with 5:12 left to go in the 4th quarter, and BC trying to stretch out their 5-point lead. Espinosa with 3 points in the game, had 9 in the first meeting against St. Joe's. Knocks down the first made foul shot. BC getting to the foul line early and often in this game. Espinosa with a miss off the back iron and a rebound by Ned. 61-55 lead for BC. 3 minutes gone by here in the 4th quarter. 99th edition all time between Bergen Catholic and St. Joe's. There's Joseph for 3, no good. Benjamin, another rebound. He's getting close to double digits if he's not there already in this game. And BC playing without Terry Copeland again for 9th straight game. Richardson denied at the rim. Blocked away by McCoy. Montique Ned, spin cycle, rejected at the rim by Benjamin. Outlets it down the floor to Richardson, to Flanoy for the layup. He missed it, but fouled in on the tip by Joe Skrivenich. Now the ball is loose. It's got jelly on it. It's neither team able to procure it. And BC with the hustle play and the quick timeout taken by Billy Armstrong to save the possession for the Crusaders. Joe Skrivenich on the other end of the floor had the tip in. His first 2 points of the night for the hustle play made by the senior. BC on top again by 8, 63-55. Look at the road ahead for both teams. For St. Joe's, they'll next be in action on Thursday night at home against Paramus Catholic. They'll be taking on Ridgewood over the weekend in the quarterfinals of the Bergen Jamboree. Then we'll travel to Ramsey to take on Don Bosco Prep next Tuesday. For Bergen Catholic, again, as we mentioned, they'll be next in action tomorrow night at Kane University as they'll be taking on the Patrick School. You'll be able to watch all that action with our streaming coverage tomorrow here on the same SSP video YouTube channel. Then following that one, BC will be in action over the weekend, taking on Dwight Englewood in the BC in the Bergen County Jamboree quarterfinals. Then the Crusaders will hit the road and take on Paramus Catholic on February 15th before finishing off the regular season next week here at Hale Gym on February 17th against Don Bosco Prep. And again, fans, you will be able to watch every second of that game here on the BC YouTube channel, courtesy of SSP Video. This has been a fun one. Neither team has really been able to get into a groove because the opposing defenses have stepped up when it's mattered the most. St. Joe's led early. Sluggish start to this game for BC found the Crusaders down by 12. BC brought their defense in the second and third quarters, and now things have gotten testy here in the fourth. Espinosa sets and fires inside the line, no good. And Skrivenich gets called for over the back foul. And now BC will have their 6th-team foul, and for Joe, that is foul number 3 in this game. So after there was a big foul discrepancy and disparity between the two sides, it's now 8-6 here in the second half. As they always say, things find a way of evening out and leveling off. St. Joe's got called for 7 fouls in the third quarter, only 1 so far here in the fourth. BC going to the zone look on D, up by 8, 63-55. Chris Williams has come alive here in the fourth quarter. He scored 5 points. Benjamin knew the shot was coming. Another rejection for the 6'7 sophomore. He has been a difference maker, especially against this smaller St. Joe's lineup. Richardson stops and pops and missing inside. Rebound by Ned. Montique Ned has been impressive. This junior, 11 points in the game. Here's McCoy. They got to get him going. 3 is no good. Espinosa, quick outlet to Richardson the other way. Doesn't take the chance. And the simple fundamental layup leads to another 2 points for number 1. BC with their largest lead of the game now at 10, 65-55. Richardson with 18 in the game. Ned over to the near side. Jameer Joseph. Joseph has 17 points in this game for St. Joe's. There's Richardson, anticipates that one. And once again, he'll just go for the layup. Securing another 2, Will Richardson with 20 points in the game as he continues to make his way up the ranks all-time in BC scoring. Number 2 all-time, and if he continues at this pace, he might be within reach of the all-time points leader, Sean Banks. By the end of the season, BC can make a deep run in the playoffs. BC lead up to 12, 67-55. St. Joe's taking a little air out of the ball right now, down by 12. And Coach Doherty, seeing that things are getting gummed up on offense, he'll take the timeout. We'll talk things over with 2:08 remaining here in regulation as BC trying to salt away what would be win number 14 of the season Crusaders 13-6 on the year. BC, as we've been stressing, they've been hoping to get healthy as we move closer and closer to the postseason. They have not been able to play at full strength with their full complement of players at all this season so far, and still have produced 13 wins on the year. They're ranked number 16 in New Jersey, but would expect to move up the rankings with a win here tonight following that win over the weekend against Red Bank Catholic, who was 17-2 coming into that game. BC trailed at the break and then came alive and put the shackles on Red Bank Catholic in the second half on their way to a 68-48 victory. And again, a win here tonight would keep BC in the hunt for the league title. Also would give them valuable power points as they're trying to jockey for one of those top two seeds and maybe host a couple of games here at Hale Gymnasium on their way to potentially defending their sectional title. No postseason a season ago in the COVID-shortened season, so BC has won back-to-back North non-public A sectional crowns. They won it on their way to a state championship in the 2018-2019 season. And then the following year, BC won the sectional title, did not have a chance to play for a state championship when the season was halted due to the start of the pandemic. Right at the timeout, Benjamin with another rejection. St. Joe's not to be denied. Benjamin secures the loose ball rebound. So Brandon Benjamin looming large in this game on both ends of the floor. Now BC looking for spacing and a run out this clock. Under 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, BC up by 12. Richardson across the lane to Flanoy. Flanoy lays it in. Elijah Flanoy with 13 points in the game. Richardson the unselfish assist. A senior-to-senior connection here on senior night. Under 90 seconds now left to go. And Benjamin again, another rejection out of bounds. Brandon Benjamin might get close to double-digit blocks in this game as well. He's got 5 points, definitely at least 10 rebounds, and he might be closing in on a double-double with rebounds and blocks in this game. 1:17 remaining in the fourth quarter. Inside, nice job of contorting the body and drawing the foul inside was Noel Zaire. And that'll bring Justin Noel Zaire, the junior, to the line to shoot two. Noel Zaire at 13 points in the win against the Hackensack Comets over the weekend in the Jambo round of 16. So BC was certainly pushed here today by St. Joe's as miss on the first shot, but it was in the act of shooting, so it's going to be a second opportunity. They were pushed by the Green Knights. They're a dangerous team. But BC looks like they're going to have the answers here tonight and stretch their win streak to 3 in a row. And St. Joe's will once again have a loss here in their House of Horrors here at Hale Gym. Well, Zaire going 1 of 2 at the line, 8 points in the game. First points for the juniors since the first quarter. And Julian Brown now working around, under a minute left to go in the game. Will Richardson inside for Benjamin. He got denied at the rim, but fouled from behind by Jameer Joseph. And that'll send the sophomore to the line, shooting 2. So despite not having Terry Copeland in the lineup for now, this the 9th straight game, the one who's benefited the most has been this man, Brandon Benjamin. The sophomore has taken advantage of the extra playing time and has had this opportunity and grabbed it by the horns. He is going to be one to watch for years to come. Only a sophomore, 6'7", with a very long frame. He has been a starter throughout this season for Coach Billy Armstrong, and he is really blossoming into a big-time contributor as he knocks down a pair of foul shots as well. Benjamin will finish with 7 points, and again, the rejections, the rebounds, and adding the points on top. close to a triple-double in this game, as there will be a timeout. And with this lead now at 71-56 with 54 seconds remaining in the game, Billy Armstrong gets the bookend things here just as he started it off with 5 seniors who don't start games getting a chance here to finish out this senior night in style. Abe Pogue, Alex Wolrab, Anthony Brown, Gianluca Fallon getting the opportunity on the floor, along with Joe Scrivenich. So again, St. Joe's is going to be trying to bounce back after this one, as they'll take on the Paramus Catholic Paladins their next time out on Thursday before getting ready for Ridgewood. Ridgewood defeated St. Joe's in Montvale 47-39 back on December 30th, so St. Joe's would love nothing more than to enact revenge and find their way to the Jambo semifinals, as St. Joe's has also emptied their bench and bring on their reserves. Classy moves by both coaches. Shot from 3, no good. Pogue with a rebound for BC. 35 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Here's Pogue across the timeline. Anthony Brown getting it up top. Fallon, a long 3. No good. He started the night off with a backdoor layup. And now an over-the-back foul against Anthony Brown will stop the clock with 24 seconds left to go. And that'll send St. Joe's shooting foul shots the other way. So with this win, BC will move to 32-12 all-time here in Oradell against St. Joe's, and pick up their 67th win all-time against the Green Knights. Only have more wins against Paramus Catholic and Don Bosco Prep in program history. Foul shot no good by Julio Alvarez. Setting it down the other way to Anthony Brown. Brown kisses it off the glass and in, and the crowd goes wild as Anthony Brown, a glue guy, a program guy, gets the layup here on senior night. So BC putting up 73 points in this game. They put up 75 in the first meeting of the season. And after a slow start to this game, BC came alive. A late layup there for the Green Knights, but Bergen Catholic improves to 14-6 on the season with the final score, Bergen Catholic 73 and St. Joe's 58. What a way for Bergen Catholic to cap off their senior night. Will Richardson, 20 points, a game-high 21 for Julian Brown. Elijah Flanoy with 13. And what about the play of the sophomore, Brandon Benjamin? Close to a triple-double in this game. He finished with 7 points, but he had to be closing in on at least 10 blocks and definitely had at least 10 rebounds in this game. So Bergen Catholic sweeps the regular season series against St. Joe's, make it 6 straight here at home against the Green Knights. BC goes to 14-6 with the win. St. Joe's with a defeat will fall to 11-7 on the year. And again, valuable power points heading BC's way as the Crusaders trying to position themselves in one of the top 2 seeds, which would garner them home games throughout the playoffs on their way to a potential date in the sectional final. But there's a lot of basketball still yet to be played before that point. A reminder, fans, that you'll be able to watch all the action for tomorrow night's BC game at Kane University. Bergen Catholic will be taking on the Patrick School, as you could tune in here on YouTube on the SSP video YouTube page to make sure to cover everything there in Ewing, New Jersey. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in to this one. A reminder that BC basketball has been brought to you by Leaf Free Home Improvements, Trap Hagen CPAs and Wealth Advisors, RSM Facility Solutions, Shake Shack, the Richardson, Guerra, Gallo, Trap Hagen, Caggiano, and Fallon families. A successful senior night in the books. BC finishes on top of St. Joe's. For my cameraman and producer Brian Hyde, I'm Dan Long saying so long, and thanks for watching BC Basketball. Take care, everybody.